So we are back in the world of the first Descendant, and boy did we get a massive amount of new information regarding the upcoming launch set for July the 2nd. First off, the devs did drop a huge dev stream revealing 3 brand new Descendants that we're going to be going over in this video. Each of them look very powerful, so you definitely want to check that out. On top of that, the dev did reveal some preload times as well as the launch time, so if you are interested in knowing when exactly it is time to jump in and finally play the first Descendant, we're going to have it in this video. Finally, the devs did reveal some awesome twist drops that's going to be coming with the upcoming launch of the first Descendant. Some of them look really goofy and really fun, so let's go over this. We got a lot to break down in this one, so let's begin. So quickly check out this post from the first Descendant official Twitter. Free download will be available 48 hours before the grand launch. Details here. Now personally, I'm from America, so I'm gonna be basically talking about that time zone. So for all my people from New York or from the East Coast, you're gonna be pretty much going to be able to play at 3 a.m. I know that's a very late release. The team is obviously from Asia, so their time zone isn't gonna necessarily be the most convenient for us, but it is gonna be a 3 a.m. launch. For all my people on the West Coast, that's gonna be exactly at midnight, so you're gonna have a midnight release just like the good old days. Well, we used to wait outside, but you know what I mean. And for Chicago or Central Time, which is the time zone I am, it's going to be at 2 a.m. Besides that, I will have this link down in the description if you want to check out your time zone. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a very late launch for us, so I'm super excited to jump in. Next, we just got a reveal of some new Descendants, and I do want to quickly go over their kit because they are very new and they're going to be something a lot of us want to play. I knew the dev team were going to be cooking up these characters. We've seen them many times in the previews, but yeah, let's quickly go over them. The first one we're going to be talking about is Yujin, and this was something I mentioned in one of my videos where I talked about we really need a support Descendant to kind of complement Jaber, and this is one of them. Yujin is a healer support who uses select drones to heal allies, so very similar to some degree with Jaber a little bit. They don't look exactly alike, but they do have some similarities in like how they use their mechanics and stuff, so this kind of makes sense that they're going to be like a healer because it does have like drones and stuff. That's kind of very the first Descendant, using healer drones to kind of heal you or machines to heal you. Let's quickly go over their abilities. Significantly reduces the time to rescue allies. Targets rescued by Yujin increase their max HP for a certain period of time, so it's going to give you something of a increase in HP just so you don't immediately go down again. I'm not sure how useful this is going to be because no one ever resurrects me when I'm playing, so we'll just have to see. Next, we have Solidarity Healing. Summon a recovery drone that attaches to allies to heal them, covering targets and increase their attack through an accelerant effect upon dismissal. So you can use this to heal, and then afterwards you can like call it away and it'll give an attack buff. I wonder if you actually need to heal or you can just throw it on them and then pull it off and give them the attack buff. I'm not sure, but this looks like a really good skill on top of healing. A damage buff and a heal all built in one is kind of crazy, so this is really nice. Next, we have Restructure Serum. Fires a Restructure Serum forward, decreasing defense and inflicting allergy. So this is a debuff. He's a support, but he's also a debuffer. That's really powerful. When attacking enemies with allergy, heals nearby allies and grant additional healing to allies who kill the enemy. So I don't know if this is specific to Yujin. I'm not sure if all Descendants can like shoot at enemies, but it does look like this is going to be a debuff and a heal built into one. That's kind of crazy. Next, we have Stimulant Spray. While stimulation is active, incoming damage reduced and recovery is received when stimulation ends. So it's going to give you a defense buff and it's going to give you some healing. That sounds really powerful. This Descendant seems really strong. Finally, their ultimate, Hyperreactive Healing Ground, heals self and allies, granting purification and immunity to remove and prevent debuffs. Additional recovery is based on the number of allies and enemies within range. Yujin is granted hyperactivity effect, increasing his attack and skill power. So a massive just super cleanse that's going to give attack, that's going to give some like resistances, some purifications, heals. Yujin seems like a very strong Descendant. I would argue like probably one of the strongest. Definitely someone you want to put on your team at all times. I'm not sure how balanced it's going to be, but I'm really looking forward to playing it. Next, we have Enzo. This is another support Descendant. A supporter who uses supply drones, commands the battlefield by supplying ammo to allies while launching long range attacks with drones at the same time. His passive is Shoot Support, grants fire support to allies within an area around Enzo, increasing their max ammo capacity. This efficiency of this effect increases marginally with the number of Enzos in the squad. Efficiency increased when Enzos disarm the security of the encrypted vault, and rewards increase when this happens. Oh, that's interesting. So there are encrypted vaults in the game. If you guys are not familiar with these, they're just going to be vaults around the world that you can like like open whenever you have like an encrypted key, and it seems like whenever Enzo open it, he's going to give more benefit, so having him as like something of a treasure hunter. Next we have start supply. Summon a bullet supplying device at the designated location. Supplies bullets to allies and approach the device. The bullet supplying devices can be used once by each ally and disappearing when everyone has used it or its duration has ended. And this makes sense, it's going to be just like a resupply, which is super nice. There's a lot of times where you actually don't have a lot of ammo, and I think this is actually really good. Next we have explosive drone. Launches an explosive drone forward. The explosive drone explodes on contact with an enemy or terrain object, dealing damage. This is just some AoE damage, which is always nice. Next we have enhanced combat suit. Summon a shield recovery comms. Recovers Enzo's energy shield by a certain amount, then continues to recover the energy shield through enhanced combat suit effects. So just gonna be some type of defensiveness. And then for his ultimate, we have perfect support. Summon a small supply ship to himself and his allies. The small supply ship attack enemies in front while it's active, and when the skill ends, it fires a missile forward that causes a big explosion at the destination. So super supporty, some damage, some usefulness for the team, some utility, and then a little bit of damage at the very end for a huge AoE explosion. That seems pretty sick. So far, everyone seems pretty insane. Let's go over the last one. This is Esiemo. He is a fire character, which I didn't point out the other ones, but this one I had to point out because he is specifically fire, and I love fire generally. This is a burst DPS who handles explosive, attaches bombs to enemies and detonate them at the right opportunity. So his passive drops a bomb on the ground when the shield is completely depleted. Oh, so do you want him to have really low shield? I wonder if there's a cooldown on that. I guess you can build a super low shield like build on him, attack HP or something, and then like whenever his shield like drops, boom, you can just keep dropping bombs. That'd be sick. For his active skill, launches a sticky bomb forward. The sticky bomb attaches to an enemy or terrain featured on contact. So just a sticky bomb that's going to attach to enemies. I wonder if it just detonates instantly or is there a duration before it detonates. Next we have blast. Instantly detonates attached bombs. Bomb damage increases with the number of attached bombs. Okay, so there he does have like a detonation. This skill specifically is just a detonator. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I wonder if this does more than just that. Next we have guided landmine. Place a guided landmine at current location. Once placed, the guided landmine will fly to enemies within its detection range and attach to it. So it's gonna just put a landmine down, almost similar to sticky bomb to some degree, but you can just throw it down and it'll auto search rather than you needing to aim. Pretty cool. Finally, we have arching explosion. Start moving forward fast. On collision with an enemy while charging, inflicts knockback. When the movement ends, deal damage to nearby enemies and remove buffs from them. After the skill ends, Esiemo enters madness state. So he does have some type of debuffing with him. He can strip buffs from enemies. That's actually pretty powerful. Those are the brand new Descendants. Let me know down in comments what you think about them. Finally, the devs did release a upcoming Twitch drop that's going to be during the release of the game, so let's quickly go over that because there's some juicy stuff in here. And just keep in mind, I'm going to be live streaming it over on the channel before and after the launch, so you can get all these awesome items and, you know, just pretty much have it for your character in your account. First things first, if you watch for 50 minutes, you're going to get the pizza chest attachment. It looks like a huge slice of pizza, which is kind of funny. I'm actually getting kind of hungry, so let's move on to the next one. Watch for 30 minutes, you're going to get 15,000 gold as well as 1,500 Kuiper shards. These are going to be used to pretty much, you know, upgrade and do things like that. So this is actually pretty worth it for 30 minutes. After watching for an hour, you get the gloomy emote, which is a really cool emote that you can have for any character, I'm sure. After watching for 90 minutes, you're going to get pretty much a new color palette, which you're going to be used to pretty much paint your Descendant. I'm a big fan of fashion in games like this, so yeah, this is gonna be cool. And if you watch for 120 minutes, you're gonna get the X-ray back attachment, and it looks like you can kind of see to the character. I'm curious if that's gonna be unique to each individual Descendant that you put on. So if you put it on Ajax, his like structure is gonna look different. But yeah, those are gonna be the Twitch drops. So once again, down in the description, I will have the link to my Twitch if you guys want to come hang out. Really would love for you guys to come support the channel. And yeah, this looks really cool. And there you have it, guys. That is all the new information that's coming to light for the first Descendant. We are about 5 days away before the official launch of the game, so there's going to be a lot of hype coming with the first Descendant, as well as on the channel. I'm going to be covering a lot of content, so if you do like this kind of stuff, you want to stay up to date on builds, guys, all that stuff that comes with the first Descendant's launch, consider leaving me a like as well as subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be feeding you a lot of information because I'm super excited for this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next first Descendant video very soon.